Hello dear students, how are you all? Welcome to Tejama YouTube channel. In this session, I'm going to solve some sample questions from Kcet here. Here I'm going to solve 20 questions in this video. So let us solve one by one. Here we have a equilateral triangle ABC and you can see the three vectors AB, BC and AC. Okay, where AB is vector A and BC is vector B. Then what is the value of AC? According to polygon law of vector addition, or you can use triangular law of vector addition, can I write AC is equal to, okay, AB plus BC, that is A plus B, right? This is equal to this one plus this one. But they are asking for CA. So CA is minus A plus B. Minus A plus B. So that is minus A minus B. So that is option 4 is correct. Clear? Next, we have A and B are two vectors perpendicular to each other, having the magnitude 3 and 4 respectively. The magnitude of A minus B is. So if I consider two vectors, this is A and B, which are perpendicular to each other, the magnitude of A minus B is square root of A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. Theta is 90 degree. What is cos 90? 0. So 0 into this term becomes 0 because cos 90 is 0. So that is square root of A square plus B square. That is equal to square root of A square is 3 square, B square is 4 square. That is equal to 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. That is equal to square root of 25. That is equal to 5. Option 3 is correct. Clear? So that will be the resultant vector which will come in this direction. Okay, and you can calculate alpha value or theta value if you want. This is the alpha, total angle is theta, theta is equal to 90 degree. Alpha value you can calculate. So here we have the next question, that is P and Q are two vectors represented by OA and OB respectively. Then AB is equal to. So here we have OA, that is vector P, OB, that is vector Q. So what is AB? AB is the diagonal in this case. So I will just reverse OA to minus P. Then according to triangular law of vector addition, AB vector is equal to Q vector minus P vector. So they are asking for AB, the answer is Q minus P, that is option 3 is correct. Next we have ABC are the three vectors represented by OA. OA is this is B, this is C, and this is D. Look at the arrow mark, it's like this. Okay, OA is like this. What is CD? CD is this length. So what I will do, I will take this vector parallel to this vector. Now take this triangle separately. So A is parallel to this, so we can take this as a parallel vector, that is A. So there is another vector in this direction. Okay, this vector is in this direction, that is C. So I need to find out what? CD. This is CD. This is B. So according to triangular law of vector addition or polygon law of vector addition, here all the vectors are in one direction. If you add all of them, that is CD plus A plus C is equal to what? 0. All of them are in the same direction. Then CD is equal to minus A minus C. Minus A minus C. Then here ABCD is a parallelogram as shown in the figure. What is AC plus BD? In this, AC vector is given by AB plus BC. AC plus BD. First, let me write it for AC. AC can be written as AB plus BC. AB plus BC. Correct, no? Next, BD is in this direction. That can be written as minus AB, opposite direction, plus AD. Okay, AD. So that is BD, correct. That is equal to. So AB minus AB get cancelled. So we have BC plus AD. BC and AD are having the same length. So these two get added up. So BC plus BC is 2BC. Because AD length and BC length are same and direction is also same, you can write it as 2BC. That is option 3 is correct. Very simple question. Here we have AB plus AC plus AD plus AE plus AF is equal to eta times AO. What is the value of eta? Let us calculate. AB is a vector. I will write as it is. We need to convert all these vectors in the form of AO. That is this. Since it is a hexagon, all sides will be equal. And even the distance between the center O and A is also same, right? Now, if we solve this, AB, I will write as it is, plus AC can be written as, look at this, AC vector. Shall I write it as AD plus DC? AD plus DC. This is vector sum. Okay, from here to here and here to here. So this is AC plus AD is, as it is, I will place AD plus AE. AE can be written as AD plus D. AD plus D plus AF, I will keep as it is equal to how much? Eta times AO. Now here AB okay and D are in opposite direction, they get cancelled, right? And DC and AF are in opposite direction. DC and AF are in opposite direction, having the same magnitude, get cancelled. We have DA plus DA plus DA. How many times? 3 times, sorry, not DA, it is AD. AD. That is equal to eta times AO. So 3 times AD can be written as 2 times AO. Look at the diagram. Right? that is eta times AO. So that is 3 to the 6 AO, that is eta times AO. Therefore, eta value is 6. Simple is that. Okay. Moving on to the next question. Here we have n cap is a unit vector in the direction of A. In the direction of A vector, n cap is the unit vector. So that can be written as magnitude of unit vector into magnitude of vector into n cap. So n cap is given by vector A divided by magnitude of vector A, that is first option is correct. Then we have next question. Two vectors A and B lie in the plane. Another vector C lies outside the plane. Then the resultant of these three vectors is can be 0. Here two vectors are in one plane, but another vector is outside the plane. Then A plus B plus C cannot be 0. Can be 0, cannot be 0, lies in the plane A and B and lies in the plane containing B and C. No. Here when one of the planes is out of plane, one of the vectors is out of plane, then the sum of two vectors cannot be 0. Option 2 is correct. Then we have two vectors A and B are such that A vector plus B vector is equal to C vector, then A square plus B square is equal to C square. Then which of the following statements is true? Let me take that vector C is equal to vector A plus vector B, and C square is equal to A square plus B square. Magnitude of C square is equal to A square plus B square. Now let us take the magnitude here. Okay, that is C is equal to A square, or you can write C square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. C square is A square plus B square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Here A square plus B square get cancelled. So 0 is equal to 2AB cos theta. Therefore, cos theta must be equal to 0. So for what value of theta you will get 0. Cos 0 is equal to 1. That is 90 degree. That means A vector is perpendicular to B vector. Okay. Or else you can consider this is the Pythagorean theorem. If C is a hypotenuse square, then A and B must be the opposite and adjacent sides. So there should be angle 90 degree between A and B. So based on that also you can answer. Then we have two vectors here A and B. Then the magnitude of A plus B will be. First I'll find A plus B. A plus B. What is A? 4I cap minus 3j cap. What is B? 6I cap plus 8j cap. That is equal to 10I cap plus 5j cap. This can be written as A plus B magnitude is equal to. Magnitude how do you give? Square root of coefficient of I square plus coefficient of j square. That is 10 square plus 5 square is equal to 100 plus 25. 125. So therefore that is equal to, so 25 into 5, that is 5 root 5. So that is there in option 2. So that's why option 2 is correct. Sir, what about this angle? So here if you observe, we have x-axis component 10 and y-axis component is 5. Here I can write a resultant vector in this direction. This alpha value I need to find. For that, let me consider this is 5 because it is parallel to this 5, this height. So tan alpha can be given by opposite by adjacent, that is 1 by 2. Therefore, alpha is equal to tan inverse 1 by 2. Okay, that's why option 2 is correct. Next we have c is equal to a plus b then. So c is always greater than a. No need. Let's consider this is there is a vector like this and there is a vector like this. Let's consider this is vector A and vector B. Look at this. C value can be less than A and B. Correct, no? C value can be less than A and B. It is not always greater than A and B. Wrong. C option, C is always equal to A plus B. Wrong. Never equal to A plus B. Wrong. It can be equal to A plus B. Here it is, there is a possible or possibility that magnitude of C can be less than A, possibility of having C is less than B magnitude. So that's why I will go with option 2, because C can be greater than A and B and less than A and B, depending on the orientation of two vectors A and B. See, here we have sum of two forces is at a point is 16. Let me consider those two forces are A plus B. And the resultant force is R is equal to 8 Newton. And its direction is perpendicular to minimum force. Let me take A is minimum force. Vector A is minimum force. The resultant is perpendicular to minimum force. Let me consider this is the vector B. This is vector R. So according to Pythagoras theorem, magnitude of B square is equal to A square plus R square, no? From this, what is A? 16 minus B whole square. So B square is equal to 16 minus B whole square plus 8 square. B square is equal to, you can use what is this? A minus B whole square formula here. So here 16 into 16 is 256. A square plus B square minus 2 times 16 B plus 8 is 64. So B square is equal to, okay, so actually B square get cancelled here. I will not write this. 0 is equal to 256 plus 64 is 320 minus 32b. 32b will come this side. 32b is equal to 320. So b is equal to 10. Okay, b is equal to 10. So 10 option is there in option 1. In none of the options are correct. So what about A? So A is equal to, why did I put square here? Okay, here it is required the square. Okay, yeah, 16 minus 10. So that is 6 Newton. So A is equal to 6 Newton. Next, yeah, how many minimum number of coplanar vectors having different magnitudes can be added to 0? 3. The vector sum of two forces 10 and 6 is, so if you add, you can get 6 plus 10 plus 6 or 10 minus 6, both are addition only. So 10 plus 6, the resultant should be between 10 plus 6 and 10 minus 6. 10 plus 6 is 16. Resultant will be what is that? Less than this value? No, it is opposite. Greater than or equal to this value and less than or equal to this value. For 10 minus 6 is 4. So between 16 and 4, which number is there? I think it's 8 is the correct answer. Then we have A plus B is equal to C. Then A plus B is equal to C in magnitude. The angle between A and B is. So let us take again, I have solved this kind of question. C square is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. And we know that C is equal to A plus B, substitute that here. So A square plus B square plus 2AB is equal to A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. A square plus B square plus 2AB, A square plus B square plus 2AB get cancelled. You will be having 1 is equal to cos theta. So theta is equal to cos inverse 1, that is cos 90. Cos 0 is 1. So that is 0. Cos 90 is 0. Cos 1 is cos 0 is 1. That's why we have angle 0. Then we have y component of velocity is 20 and x component of velocity is 10. Y component of velocity Vy. Y component of velocity is 20 and x component is 10. Then the direction of motion of the body is with horizontal is. So if I consider this is the resultant, its direction with the horizontal is given by alpha. Then alpha is equal to tan inverse opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite is nothing but Vy value. Hypotenuse adjacent is 10. That is tan inverse 2. Option 1 is correct. Next we have two horizontal forces of 10 Newton and P Newton act on a particle. The force of magnitude 10 Newton acts due west. So that is given here. This is P Newton. 10 Newton acts towards west. And P Newton acts bearing 30 degree east of north. This is north direction. It is directed east of north. East of north are shown there. The resultant of these two forces acts due north. Find the magnitude and direction of resultant. So what is this? The resultant they are telling, it's already fixed. Resultant is acts along north. Then actually in east and west direction the forces get balanced. So that is given by P sine 30 degree will be equal to 10 Newton. So from that P sine 30 degree is equal to 10 Newton. P into 1 by 2 is equal to 10 Newton. So P is equal to 20 Newton. Okay. And then what about this one? So that will be P cos 30 degree. The force along y-axis is P cos 30 degree. So P value is 20. Cos 30 degrees root 3 by 2. That is 10 root 3. So 10 root 3, that is option 4 is correct. Yeah. So here we have this diagram like this. We have y-axis perpendicular to this inclined surface and x-axis parallel to this inclined surface. The weight mg of the block of force acting downwards towards the center of the earth. The block of mass 1 kg, so m is given, is placed on the inclined plane as shown in the figure. Find the x component, y component of the weight of the body. So if you consider here, inclined surface like this, here there is a mass. So mg will be acting exactly downwards. Here angle of inclination is given, that is 37 degree. So mg is in this direction. In this direction we have theta, that is mg cos theta. Upwards there is normal force. In the direction of inclined surface we have mg sin theta. What they are asking? X component and y component. So y component we don't have. Y component we have normal. So y component of weight is minus mg cos theta. So that is minus m value is 1. G value you can take it as 10. Cos 37. What is cos 37? See, you can take, dear students, a right angle triangle. Here, if I draw a right angle triangle like this, this is 4, this is 3, this is 5, this angle is 53 degree and this angle is 37 degree. Okay, this you should remember. So from this triangle, what is cos 37? Adjacent by hypotenuse, that is 4 by 5. So that is minus 10 into 4 by 5. That is minus 8. So minus 8 is there in which option? Here in this option. So option 1 is correct. But what about the x component? X component is mg sin theta. Let us solve this. M is 1, g is 10, sin theta, theta value is 37. Sin 37 is opposite by hypotenuse, that is 3 by 5. That is 6 Newton. 6 Newton is here. So that's why option 1 is correct. Moving on to this one. A vector A is 2 meter long and is 60 degree with the x-axis. Let us take, this is x-axis. It is making an angle almost 60 degree with x-axis. And vector B is 2 centimeter again and is 60 degree below x-axis. Okay, this is above x-axis, this is below x-axis. This is vector A and this is vector B. Okay. Now what is the resultant of A plus B? Resultant of or magnitude of A plus B is given by A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. A square is 2 square 4. B square is 2 square 4 plus 2 into 4, 2 to the 4 into cos 120 degree. There will be a square root also here. That will be 4 plus 4. Cos 120 is minus 1 by 2. Here minus sign will come. So minus 4 under the root. 4 will get cancelled. Square root of 4. That is equal to 2 centimeter will be answer. So here we have one more question, that is two vectors A and B equal magnitude 12 units. These vectors make an angle 30 degree and 120 degree with x-axis. So there is x-axis, there is a vector which is making 30 degree with x-axis, and let me take this is y-axis. So it is making 120 degree with x-axis. 120 degree with x-axis means 180 minus 120 is, this is 60. 120 plus 60. Yeah. So this is vector B. They are having the same magnitude. A and B are having the same magnitude. Then their sum is R. Find x and y component. So simple is that this side it is 30, this side it is 60. The angle between these two will be R. That is equal to A plus B. So R magnitude is equal to A plus B magnitude. That is equal to square root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Here in this question I will give you the hint. Please try to solve this. Theta is this angle. 120 minus 30 is 90. Sin 90 is 1. Only A square plus B square formula you will get. So, and resultant will come somewhere here. Okay. And try finding this. Then find x component and y component. You will get the answer. So, if you get the answer, please text me in the comment section what is the correct answer. You just text me the option which is correct. So, in this video, I am going to end with this question. I think I have solved around 20 questions. In the next video, I'll make 20 more questions. So till then, take care. Bye-bye.